Hey moms, welcome back to the channel, and today is episode 1 of our book series. And today we're talking about emotions.
So we did a video, last year?
Yes.
Yeah, we did a video last year of our top 5 books to read to our littles at that time. And one of the things that we learned about ourselves, I think, when we were talking about the books is just how much we appreciate the messages that's in so many kids' books. Kids' books have evolved into these really great teaching tools that help teach kids and parents about a lot of different things, from all kinds of different experiences and age groups. So we're essentially just going to do a few episodes about different types of books in these little, I guess you'll call them like categories. And so the first one we're going to do is books that talk about emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the first one is one that I actually did talk about in our top 5 book video. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but the first one is My Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss. If you haven't watched that video, you should, because we talk about a lot of really, really good books.
We'll link it here.
And you can tell how much we love them because we talk about them for a really long time and read almost the whole things. Anyway.
I do think that's a long video.
It kind of is. So anyway, I really am not going to read it this time, but it just goes through the colors and talks about what it feels like when you have these different color days. And it has happy, sad, gloomy, quiet, over the, super excited, all these things. But in the very end of it, it says, then comes a mixed up day and wham, I don't know who or what I am. But it all turns out all right, you see, and I go back to being me. This book is very obviously about emotions, but I think one of the most important things about it is that it's talking about how we all have all of those emotions. And they are all a part of who we are, but they don't have to make up who we are. Right. And I really like that a lot. I think that's a super good one about emotions.
And that one makes me think of, what's the name of that movie? Inside Out?
Oh, yeah.
It's such a good movie, and the emotions are different colors.
Yeah, they are.
And I don't think Aria's watched that one yet, but Mike and I have watched it and cried a lot. So.
It's a happy, sad movie.
It is. I think I'm going to start with Little Bear and his chair. First of all, look how cute this is. It is so cute.
I've never heard of that one.
I had not either. It came from one of our friends, and I actually, I'm going to be honest, I just read it for the first time today. Total honesty. And I'm like, this is going to be great for this.
Yeah.
Yes. So it goes through, and it talks about, here, I'll show you this little picture too. Do not sit. Little Bear loves this chair. It is his favorite thing, and he loves it so much that he doesn't want anybody else to sit in it and break it because it's his favorite. So he puts up all these signs that it's his chair and to
property of Little Bear.
Yes, and to not sit in it. But one day his best friend, Lion, his name is Ryan, the lion, by the way. His feet are sore, so he sits in the chair. And Little Bear gets so upset and so angry at Ryan for sitting in his chair. He makes him leave. So Ryan is so upset and confused that his best friend is mad at him for just sitting down because his feet hurt. So he tells all their friends. And they have fun without Little Bear because he was mean.
Look at his little eyebrow.
I know. He's still angry. He's like, no, this is my chair and that's enough. And so then he realizes that he loves his chair. It says, Little Bear loved his chair, but I guess he loved his friends more. He found Ryan the lion along with everyone else and apologized for being selfish. And he took down his signs. And then he started sharing his chair.
That's so freaking cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to get Ollie that one. That's really cute.
You know what else is really cute? It ends with a memory album of all of the amazing fun times they have after
friends.
as friends after he
Aww.
apologizes. So I think this is a great book about emotions because maybe not our littles right now because they're maybe too young to realize what selfishness is.
Sure.
But one day, like, this is going to be amazing to talk about with them because that happens when kids don't want to share their toys or their favorite chair. And they're old enough to understand that we need to share more and what being selfish means. Like, it's much more fun and it's much more enjoyable to go through life with people that you love and bring you happiness, and you share things with them, and you share life with them. So, Little Bear in his favorite chair, or in his chair.
That's so cute.
It's by Clarissa Swenson. Such a cute book.
Oh, that's cute. I love the way the lion is drawn. He looks like a cat that got a haircut.
They're so cute. All the animals are so cute.
They are really cute.
Yeah.
So I've touched on this book before. And I believe I took a picture and posted it on some socials a couple times because this one is a fantastic read. I'm going to resist the urge.
What? I think you read it.
Did I do it?
Wasn't it a quarantine story?
Oh, it might be.
It may have been a quarantine story on Instagram.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like we did 50 of those. We really didn't do that many, but I feel like we did. And I'm like, man, I don't remember. But yeah. So, yeah, not quarantine. We just do like random stories. Yeah. This is called Today I'm a Monster. And it's really cute because even though it's a book for kids, it says at the very top corner, important message inside. And essentially, it is a story about a little boy who wakes up feeling like a monster. He terrorizes his neighbor, he's mean to his little sister, he's mean to their dog, he's mean to his parents, and he throws tantrums, and he just acts out, and he's mean to his friends, and he's just a monster all day long. And the important message is really for both mom and kid. So what ends up happening, I was going to try to find the picture because I love this picture so much. So his mom grabs him up and cuddles him and tells him, everyone has bad days. All grown-ups know it's true. When I was just a little girl, I was a monster too. But mothers know that monsters are an angry old disguise. The best of you is still inside. We see it in your eyes. So anyway, so as she's holding him, he slowly turns back into the little boy. The little monster waves goodbye. It's really cute. And then he goes back and he makes things right with his friends, his neighbor, his little sister. And it ends with, and if my monster should come back one angry rainy day, I'll give him half my lunch and tell him everything's okay. And I think I like this one because it talks about emotions of the kid and the parent. And we've talked about this before, that when it comes to our children's emotions, we feel that we have to be sensitive to that because how they feel matters. And I remember being told, this is not an example of when I was little, but when I was a teenager, I was told all the time, you don't know what love is, you're just a teenager, or your feelings about that don't matter because you're just a kid. Yeah. And we don't believe that. We feel like how our kids are, we have to recognize what we can do to make them better. And so, and that's what happens in the story. The mom makes him better. She explains to him that his bad mood is just that. It's a bad mood. And it goes away. And we have those days too. And we have them not just as kids, but as adults. Yep. And I just think it's a really, really valuable message about being there for our kids on their worst emotional days.
Especially when they're so little and they don't know what it means.
Yes.
I mean, our 2-year-olds definitely have monster days.
Yes.
And they don't know why. Aria had one yesterday. And a mixed monster day because her top molars are coming in. And so she was not the most pleasant child to be around, but that's okay because we were sympathetic to that and we told her it's okay. She talked about her mouth hurt and she was grumpy and we talked about it and we cuddled and she was okay and it's important. Yeah. Especially when they feel, because they're big emotions. Emotions are so big and overwhelming.
And they're overwhelming as adults. Yes. I mean, I still feel like, especially just in the last year or so, I feel like I've learned so much about my own emotions and how to process. I don't know what I mean, like, it's hard to even imagine being in an age where you can't process and you don't know what to do. Where everything is a crisis, Yeah. It's really hard.
It is really hard. Which is why I love this book so much. This is Wherever You Are, My Love Will Find You by Nancy Tillman. I posted a page from this on Instagram sometime last year. And what I love about this book is that it is a reminder of that you're not alone, that things are okay, that everything you're going through, that you're loved. And it's, the first time I read it, I definitely cried. But like it talks about, climb any mountain, climb up to the sky. My love will find you because my love can fly. And actually in the beginning of the book, it talks about, it says, I wanted you more than you will ever know. So I sent love to follow you wherever you go.
That's cute.
It's such a cute book. And it's a little boy that's in the book, but he goes through all these things in life. I love the illustrations too.
Yeah.
He's making a splash, he's climbing mountains, he's working, he's playing, he's spending time with friends, he's dancing, he's doing all these things. And then there's a reminder. And if someday you're lonely, or someday you're sad, or you strike out a baseball, or think you've been bad, just lift up your face, feel the wind in your hair. That's me, my sweet baby. My love is right there. So even when you're having these hard days, and we all go through that, even as adults, we go through that, and we have to remember, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved, which is what the grass will say, and the smell of the sea, and the clouds floating by. So I love that so much as a reminder that no matter what you're going through all these cycles of emotions, that at the end of the day and in every moment, there is somebody who loves you and who's right there with you going through all of it. So, love that one.
You can tell it's the same people that did that other book.
Mm-hmm.
On the Night You Were Born.
On the Night You Were Born. Yep. And she has another one.
It was on the back, right?
Yep. It's Time to Sleep, My Love. That one's also really good. Talks about dreams.
I do like those stuff.
Love that one.
So, our last book, or 5 books of emotions, I guess, is How Do Dinosaurs Say I Love You?
And we both have this book.
Yeah, and I think we did touch on this one too.
Mm-hmm. I have the board book version of it.
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember if we read a lot from this one or not, but this is, these people have a series of books that's How Do Dinosaurs, and it's how do dinosaurs learn their colors? How do dinosaurs love their dogs?
How do they clean their room?
How do they say happy birthday?
Yes.
Like, they're really so cute. And in the books, all the kids are dinosaurs. And it makes for a really, really cute little story. But this one in particular is about all the ways that children show emotions. And it talks about, kicking in the car and dragging their feet and yelling and crying or not going to bed. But it talks about after all those moments have passed, there are these precious, positive moments that remind us that that's just part of it. It's normal to feel that way. It's normal to act that way. And at the end of it, it's one of those things where it doesn't define who our kid is. Mm-hmm. So these illustrations are so cute.
If you like dinosaurs, all of these books, the dinosaur name is
somewhere on the page.
Somewhere on the page, on part of the dinosaur.
Yeah. This one's right here on the floor.
Yeah.
But yes, their name of all the different types of dinosaurs is everywhere. Mm-hmm. So he's throwing his food. The mom's like, I'm done. So, but then after he threw food and got up in a bad mood, he blew a kiss. And that made her, that made the mommies and daddies feel better.
Yeah.
They threw sand. I was trying to get to, there's one specific part that I just think is the cutest thing ever. You ran from the slide and slapped me. But then you smiled at me. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to take a nap. I didn't realize how many pages were in this dang book.
Man, paper books are
they're hard to flip too.
Yeah.
I feel like we've read this enough. Anyway. So you flooded the house, but you got the mop and you cleaned up. You kick in the car. You drag your feet. Then you held my hand. Make a mess. I think this is the end of it. Is this the end of it? Yeah. Yeah. So the end of it is, dinner disaster. You made such a mess. Would you stay up past your bedtime? The answer is yes. But when you smile sweetly and hold back your roar, when you kiss me and hug me once, twice, even more, you're dinosaurs. And that's when you give love. And I know this is true because that's how a dinosaur says, I love you. And I like the ones that have messages for both, like that have messages for the parents and the kids, because it's not easy to love them when they're being little asses.
It's really hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're growing and learning with them every day. And it's so important. Yeah. Especially, like, having gone through such emotional things and phases in our own lives. Like,
oh, yeah.
Look, teenage years were really, really difficult for me, especially. I'm sure my mom's watching this. She's like,
It was difficult for me, too.
But seriously, like, 8th through 11th grade, it was really, really hard. And so because I know how I was, and I wasn't open to talking about my feelings, and I wasn't open to talking about a lot of things with my parents, for whatever reason. But I want to make sure that Ariane never has to feel like, not that my parents made me feel that way, I don't want to say that, but there's different things that happen, and different reasons that you don't do things. And whatever those were, I don't want Aria to ever feel like she can't come talk to me. That she can't go talk to her daddy. And so you can't be open with her feelings with us or her friends or boys one day when she's 45 and can date. Like, we were talking about that, some things like that the other day, about like emotional things with past relationships. That, you should be able to talk about your emotions freely. As women, we should be able to talk about our emotions and not feel like we're crazy.
But that doesn't happen.
That doesn't always happen. But we also want to get rid of that stigma. I don't want Aria to ever feel like that. She don't want Oliver to ever.
Well, and I want Oliver to feel like he can grow up in a world where he can talk about his emotions as a male. Like, because
a lot of men don't talk about emotions. It's really difficult.
But I feel like even for us, when things we've been through, like, it took us a long time to get to being where we are in terms of talking about things. And now I say what I feel, whether it's good or bad, or appropriate or not.
Within reason. There are filters occasionally.
Yeah, I still pay my bills.
You still got to pay bills. But,
that's about it, though.
I mean, but it's important.
It is important.
So, we love these books, and we love the fact that people are writing those books for our kids and us.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. So, we'll link these 5 books below. If you have any books that you love like this, that talk about emotions, tell us about them. We would love to find more books to read to our littles about this kind of stuff. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified when we upload videos. I think maybe we'll start picking up the bedtime stories on Instagram again. So follow us there at Momestly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I think that's it. Check out our books, and we will see you next time. Bye, Moms.